Welcome back, fragrance lovers out there everywhere, to my fantastic follower base, which is growing hopefully every day, every week. Welcome back. I'm Stephen Sturgill. This is my channel. I will be your host for the next few minutes. Guys, today we're looking at another House of Rasasi, LaYuqawam Ambergris Showers, or as some people say, Ambergris, although I'm pretty sure that is incorrect. What can we say about this fragrance? It's the same exact bottle design, for starters, as the very famous LaYuqawam, which is straight up awesome tobacco leather type scent, which I truly am a huge fan of now. It took some growing. I wasn't fully convinced the first time I wore that fragrance. It was by far the strongest beast mode fragrance on earth that I had ever sprayed onto myself. And it was extremely super nuclear powerful and pungent. But as I learned to work with the fragrance and let it do its thing, and also to let it die down a good 15 to 30 minutes before it actually went anywhere, I came to actually kind of love it and really dig it for what it offers. Although it's not a daily wear for me, but it's if you're going somewhere special, or I don't know, special date or what have you, or it's the winter or the fall, have at it. I don't think it's the greatest scent for summer nor spring, but that's just more of an opinion than like a fact. But anyway, so Ambergris Showers. Well, guys, it's in the name. It says ambergris or ambergris. That's mostly what I get. Which, if you've ever smelled real ambergris, is incredibly funky smelling. Now, this isn't nearly as bad as organic ambergris in that regard, but it does have a very highly quirky, slightly strange, slightly off-putting funkiness to it. But there's also some kind of weird attraction to this fragrance. It's mysterious, it's different, it's very different, it's new. It's very unlike anything else out there in the market, and it has somewhat of a cult following online. For example, if we head over to Fragrantica, I'm not going to read off their website because I can get in trouble for doing that. I'm just going to say that they gave it a 4.55 out of 40 votes out of 5, which is sky high. I can promise you there are very few frags out there that have even that high, much less higher, even out of fragrances that cost, thousands of dollars per bottle. And not that there are that many out there, but there are many that cost in the $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 range, like Clive Christian, so forth and so on. So we get a green, leather, aromatic, ozonic, woody, balsamic. Now, I'm going to tell you something, guys, that this may be controversial. Deal with it. I always keep my channel 100% real. I reviewed Narciso Rodriguez's For Him, the EDP, not the EDT. The EDT is the one that went goo goo gaga, gangbusters, cult following. EDP was said to smell somehow very distinct from the EDT. Now, I have personally never smelled the EDT, but be that as it may, I find it somewhat hard to believe that they would be that different. They have the same color, they have the same exact bottle, they're the exact same name. I can't imagine why Narciso and company would have allowed the two frags to be that distinct, that different. But again, I haven't smelled EDT, and it is possible that there is a very clear distinction between the two. Now, I got compliments while wearing the EDP, but also was told from a lady at work that it smelled quite feminine. And to my own sensibilities, to my own nose, yes, it did smell very feminine. It smelled more or less like I was wearing a really high-dollar women's perfume on top of some kind of masculine base, if that makes sense. It didn't smell bad at all. It smelled quite luxurious, but it's just that it smelled like I had sprayed on a very powerful sort of slightly rose-based ozonic woman's perfume. And there is a core component in Ambergris Showers that is extremely, extremely reminiscent of Narciso Rodriguez's For Him EDP. That ozonic wet concrete thing, it's in here. It's absolutely in here. I promise you guys. Anyone that smelled both of these, I challenge you, smell them back to back. I am not at all suggesting that they smell identical or even alike, but they have a component that is almost identical. That is what I'm saying. Now, as far as the woody balsamic green leather accord, yes, those are in here, but for me, they are dialed way, way, way back. Ambergris is the superstar, rock star of this shower, and that's mostly what I get. I would say I get maybe 60 to 70% ambergris, and then the rest of those other components are in there. So it's quite interesting. Let me, I don't want to, I'm already wearing another scent of the day. Do not want to corrupt it. So, and of course it always smells different on paper. I know, you know, we know, they know. Okay, now, it's funny because, yeah, right here, especially off paper, okay, the ambergris is already kicking in, but I do get a little bit more of the citrus zest from the tangerine, and clary sage is quite prominent, more than I remembered. Okay, leather is coming through, guys. I want to slightly retract my previous statement. Leather's here, but it's just playing its part. It's not at all dominant in this fragrance. It's there. That much is clear. We do have some vetiver, supposedly. Cumin, I believe we mentioned already. I'm not sure. Is cumin in here? I'm not sure. Maybe not. Styrax. Some mate, which gives it sort of an herbal green tea type flavor, smell, accord. What else? Violet leaves. But it's funny because, you know, the violet here, guys, it gives it that little herbal bitterness along with the mate and the styrax. But there's also a slightly strange sweetness. I think there's geranium or no galbanum in this. And what's funny though is that it goes on skin much stronger than it goes on paper. I don't know why that is, but it just goes into beast mode. Now, having said that, it is not as beast mode as LaYuqawam per Ohm, the original. This thing is hyper super atomic nuclear, and this one is more like almost nuclear. You know, it's still beast mode, but not as beast mode as that guy. It's a challenging scent, guys. This is not necessarily an easy wear. I think you're going to have to learn its language, learn its notes, learn what it's doing. This is definitely niche in terms of what it is saying, how it's saying it, in terms of longevity and projection and sillage. Guys, you're getting niche quality for maybe 60 bucks. You're getting the equivalent of a $200 to $400 frag for 55 to 70 bucks all in. That's with shipping, with tax, whatever. Pretty incredible buy by that standard. Get your nose on this. It's not for everyone. I do think it's somewhat of a more mature vibe, but if you're very confident and you're at least 20 to 21 years old, I think you could probably get away with wearing it. You might be considered a little bit eccentric, but again, it's your money, it's your nose, it's your taste. Get a sample before you pull the trigger if you worry that you may not fall in love with this. Again, I think, guys, this is like a great novelist type frag that you're not understanding the depth of the writer initially. You're getting into the story. It seems long-winded. It seems like there's lots of weird words you've never heard before. He says things in a way you're not accustomed to reading them or hearing them. And you're going to have to work to get it. But once you get it, I think you'll be more rewarded than if you just said, well, this is not like a little baby pouting. This is not what I wanted. I don't like it. If you're just going to give this a 60-second review, don't even bother. I think this is a very challenging sort of fragrance. You need to learn the language that it speaks with, learn what it's trying to say long term, dwell with it, coexist with it, let it speak its language with you on your skin. And I think in time, you may come to actually fall in love with this fragrance, or not. Who knows? But give it a shot. Or again, order a decant or a sampler if you don't want to pull the full trigger. You could always probably get your money back if you just decanted it after the fact on eBay. But that's just my 2 cents. Anyways, we will see you next time, guys. Thank you so much. This has been a review of Ambergris Showers from LaYuqawam's line from the house of Rasasi. I will see you guys next time. Spray often, spray well, live life on your terms. And if you like, please subscribe and hit the bell for future updates. Love you guys. Peace. See you next time.